Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes and proof, not that any's needed, that Rachel Reeves is destroying the economy. Standard & Poor's Global UK Services PMI, this is this big report that they do, and in this case in the service industry in Britain, has shown that employment levels in that sector, in the service sector, have now fallen for 8 consecutive months. That's the longest streak of job falls since the 2008 financial crash when the banks went tits up. In May, firms stopped replacing staff leavers more or less in total, triggering a sustained downturn in headcount. This is across the whole industry. It's not just like, in restaurants or bars. It's everything in the service industry. And again, the finger is being firmly pointed in the direction of number 11 Downing Street and Reeves' mad decision to increase job tax, effectively, national insurance. S&P Global's head of reporting here, a guy called Tim Moore. Now, he said this. He said, reduced workloads and pressure on margins from increased payroll costs meant that headcounts remained under close scrutiny. Aside from the pandemic, the current 8-month period of falling employment numbers is the longest streak since 2008. Prevailing demand conditions nonetheless remained challenging in May, as signalled by a sustained reduction in the total new orders across the service economy. I'll come to that in a moment. While rising wages were again the most commonly reported factor, pushing up input prices. So what you've got is the cost to the service industry is massive taxation increase. You've got a massive increase in their suppliers' wages because everyone wants their pay rises. That puts the supplies cost up, which either means they have to put their prices up or reduce their profit margin. And at the same time, consumer confidence, this is what I was going to mention, consumer confidence is low. People aren't out there buying things. They're not going to the cinema as often. They're not going to restaurants as often. And so demand is down. And so they're not getting the cash flow. The economy is shrinking because of tax. But of course, the dumb bin of number 11 doesn't understand that because she really is truly thick. But it's all her fault. Every aspect of this comes back to her. It's her and her alone. There's no other person to blame. One woman destroying an entire sector out of sheer stupidity. But I do hope that all those people who voted Labour and then who lose their jobs are like, yay, lost my job because I voted Labour. Hooray, life's great. Wankers. Anyway, there we go. Thanks very much. Bye.